Hello. Ready to go again. Time out from European travel for one day. It takes a little while to put those videos together. But I wanted to show you something else. This is the part 2, the 18th day, first video. There'll be 2 today. I want to tell you that in the my videos of Vitoria-Gasteiz, the chart sadly was out of focus. I didn't know at the time. I was just so pleased to have the chart. If I could go back there, I would film it again or try to get it. I tried to buy that chart, but they're just not available. The shop owner was very proud of the chart and glad that she had it. Light. I'm trying something new here. I think I've got more artificial light coming in here. Always it's the issue of, can you see the board, can you read? I can do better still. Now, my subject today is extreme recycling. And I had told you before, it's not just recycling. I would not be content to talk about recycling, but extreme recycling, that's another matter, yes. And the second video is going to have to do with that. And the reason I've got this book up here, String Too Short to Be Saved, it was written by Donald Hall in 1999. I didn't actually read that entire book. My father was reading it. When he got older, he liked to sit by the fireplace and read. He did a lot of reading. And he really liked that book. It was about New England and the old ways that they were, that they acted. And one of the things they did was they were very thrifty. They didn't throw things away. So when is string, a piece of string, too short to actually be worth saving? String too short to be saved. Now, I did start to read it, and it was written in such a strange way. And another thing, it was about New England, and I'm not fond of New England myself. Pennsylvania is my home. But anyway, so I eventually stopped reading it, but I did get to the point where the man was describing how he was in a house, and he found a box, like a shoebox or something, and on the lid of it, it said, "String too short to be saved." And of course, the funny thing was that whoever it was had saved it. This was a box full of string too short to be saved. Well, that's extreme recycling. That's extreme. And it's also an old way of doing things. The Old Ways Museum is one of my goals in life, to make it around where I am right now. And that's one of the old ways. You were thrifty. You didn't throw things out. And this ceiling right here, these panels, I had shown you already, that's drywall that was in a dumpster. And drywall too short to be saved. Here's a bucket of drywall which is too short or too small to be saved, I guess. But as you're going to see, I can put that in the beast. And the heat of the beast decomposes this, which is perfectly good for the soil. That's gypsum. And another thing I wanted to show you about that, I'm experimenting. I mean, here's a piece of drywall like I put up here, and for the edge, I've used packing tape, and I think I'm probably going to do that on all of them to make panels. In which case, you'll see it. This is not complete, but I was in a hurry to get this partly for the light. It'll put more light down here, I hope. All right, another thing related to extreme recycling. This came to my mind. This is Shakespeare from Hamlet. Hamlet at one point is talking to the gravedigger and talking about how bodies decompose and turn back into clay. And he goes through this thing about, well, Caesar, he ruled the world. And he says, is this possible that then his body just becomes clay? And the clay ultimately some peasant could use it, that clay, to stuff in a wall to keep his house a little bit warmer. And here's the quote that came to my mind. I had to look it up, but "Imperious Caesar, dead and turned to clay, might stop a hole to keep the wind away." Now that's extreme recycling. And while I'm with Shakespeare, I mean Shakespeare as you like it and more, I'll do more with Shakespeare, but just reminding you, this is iambic pentameter, watch. Imperious Caesar dead and turned to clay, might stop a hole to keep the wind away. And it is a rhyming couplet. Now, I am an English teacher, and I hate to miss a chance. You know, 5 feet per line. Each foot is iambic and turned, weak strong. That's from part 1, Frank's Home 100, part 1. All right, now the next video today, I'm going to call it "The Lipless, Jawless Beast Consumes Part of the Neighbor's Barn." Well, the neighbor's barn, I have shown you several videos of me disassembling that, trying to recycle it. The beast, I showed you that I think first because I was showing you how I was forming an arch, or a vault actually. And the beast, the purpose of the beast is recycling. Not to just burn something in an open pile, but save that heat and use that heat for something. And certainly not let things go to the landfill. I'll go out of my way to prevent a pallet from going to the landfill. And as you can see, drywall from going to the landfill. Not if there's some other thing to do with it. Well, I like the sound of this, the lipless, jawless beast. Why I call it that is the beast. That's our affectionate name for that huge outdoor furnace. It's going to get some doors, so it will get lips and it will get jaws, but it doesn't have that yet, so it's just kind of open in the front. So that had a ring to it, I thought. And that'll be the second video today, 2.18.2, and then I think tomorrow we'll be back in Spain. Hope to see you next time.